Hey guys, last week I made a video on the best budget bass upgrades, and in that video I sort of touched on some cool wiring tricks that you can do to your instrument for cheap or free, but it really deserves a video of its own. So this is the top wiring hacks that you can do for your bass. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, let's get started. Now this bass here is just a cheapo pawn shop bass that I got from my friend in order to demonstrate for you guys my best budget bass upgrades. But under the hood is something really special, okay? It's kind of a sleeper. It looks like it's just wired standard, but there's a few tricks inside. So I'm gonna walk you through those right now. So, firstly, we put in a set of my custom shop pickups. So it's got a really smooth mid-range response that lends itself both to older classical styles of music as well as more modern styles of music. And in addition to wiring them volume tone like a standard jazz bass, we have a push-pull pot here on the neck volume that activates series mode operation. So instead of both of these pickups running together in parallel to the output, they run together in series, which gives it a passive mid-range boost. Then you can also activate the bridge push-pull pot when you're running in series mode, and that acts as a blower bypass switch, which bypasses both pickups directly to the output jack, bypassing both volumes and the tone, and that gives you a passive top-end boost as well. So go ahead and listen to the demonstration where I compare standard parallel operation to series and series blower operation. So you can see how those extra sounds just really open up the tonal palette of your bass, okay? You don't just get the standard PJ sound or jazz bass sound if you have standard jazz bass layout, but it gives you that extra mid-range boost for, again, more modern styles of music, or that top-end boost to really cut through the mix when you need to. But the cool wiring tricks don't stop there, okay? If you put the neck pickup volume back into parallel mode, then the bridge volume acts as a stereo split. So if you're using a stereo TRS cable like this one right here that splits into two separate quarter-inch outputs on the other side, then you can externally biamp your bass, so you can run your neck pickup to one rig and your bridge pickup to another rig, and you can really open up that sound on stage live. But even more importantly, if you're into home recording or you're a sound engineer, what that allows you to do is mix your pickups in post-production, okay? As a recording musician, I can't tell you how many times I've laid down the perfect take only to be trying to mix it later and go, man, I really wish I had put more bridge pickup in that mix. Or man, I wish I had recorded that completely on the neck pickup? Well, when you split them to different outputs, you can record each one on individual tracks, and you can blend them together in post-production. So you don't need to be guessing while you're trying to lay down that perfect track exactly how much neck or how much bridge pickup you need. But more importantly, you can put separate EQs and compression settings on each one to really expand that tonal palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and demo for you now standard parallel operation recorded mono, and then the stereo split with my preferred settings. Obviously, you're going to have your own opinions about what you think sounds good or what doesn't, or what you would do to your neck and bridge pickup if you were recording them individually. But in my opinion, the settings that I just showed you really fatten up the sound, as well as allow it to cut through the mix quite a bit more, as opposed to the standard parallel operation. It's been several times now that I have really impressed some studio producers and engineers with that little trick. So it's just one of those things that, aside from your playing, will give you the edge over other bass players in getting that callback for the next studio gig. Now, if you're interested in wiring up these tricks in your bass, all the information on how to do these tricks is out there on the internet. All you got to do is compile it together, and if you understand, basic signal path, you can come up with a diagram to do these. But if you would like to have it all laid out in one easy to read diagram, I have that diagram for sale on my website, gunsandguitars.net. So there's a link down there in the description. And also, if you don't keep, extra pots and switches and hookup wire on hand, you can order this wiring harness as a DIY kit that gives you all the pots and switches and pre-cut lengths of wire that you need to wire it up yourself. Or if you're just not a do-it-yourself person, or you don't have a soldering iron or something, I do also offer a pre-wired drop-in harness for your bass as well. So basically all you'd have to do is connect your neck and bridge pickups and your bridge ground connection, and you are good to go. So links to that down in the description. Again, check out gunsandguitars.net. And if you like these wiring tricks, you might like some of my other budget-friendly upgrades that I did in my video last week. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And next week's video is going to be the best budget DIY upgrades. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can do some upgrades to your bass for free. All it costs you is a little bit of your time. So definitely make sure you subscribe so you can see that video next week. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, and I'll see you in those videos.